Back in October, I went on my dream vacation to Japan with 5 of my closest friends, 2 of which I had never met before. But it's Japan, who cares? Our love of sakura and anime is gonna help us bond. So how did this all go? I almost got kidnapped. So this is what happened. Me and my friend had constantly been talking about going to Japan for like 5 years before. And one day we decided, you know what? We're gonna bite the bullet and just go. So that's what we did. We let our friends know to see if anyone wanted to join us because we didn't want to gatekeep. And we came to a group of 6. And let me tell you, we did this all last minute. Literally like 4 months before we was flying out. So safe to say, planning and booking was hectic. For me, because I did it all. Because I have control issues. Anyways, we had planned to go for 12 days. 2 of those days was dedicated to traveling since we're going from the UK, if you couldn't tell from my accent, so it's pretty far. And the remaining 10 days we would have fully in Japan. And we split those 10 days between 3 cities, Tokyo, Kyoto and Osaka. Now Tokyo feels like another world. So cool, so futuristic, so fashionable. Kyoto is the most beautiful traditional place you will ever see. And Osaka feels like you're going to cyberpunk and gonna be taken off the streets to pay off your ancestors' debts. Now we're skipping way into this trip. When we went to Osaka, this was like 6 days into the journey. Each city deserves its own video, so stop moving your dry lips, you consumer of YouTube. There's more to come, don't worry. We took the train from Kyoto to Osaka, and we was deep in the Japanese lifestyle and vibe and anime, temples, sushi, everything. But when we arrived in Osaka, the vibe suddenly went to a gangster thriller vibe. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I swear even the taxi driver when we got from the train station to our hotel was pretty strange. I don't speak Japanese, but I'm pretty sure he asked me if I wanted to make someone disappear. No thanks, Thanos. But the first big sign that Osaka was a little sketchy was when we arrived to the hotel. Now, you know how I said I organized and booked everything? So far on the trip, everything was going pretty well. This, now that I think about it, was probably my first L of the trip. I'd booked a certain hotel in Osaka that after visiting, when I look back on, may have had ties with some underground group whom I would not like to name. I mean, when we was booking it, the price was so good and the hotel was so luxurious, but when we got there, it was almost a little too luxurious that it was kind of odd. And the first sign that this place was not the safest was when we was walking to the lobby. We saw a Japanese salaryman absolutely off his head from some drink, literally being dragged inside by 2 very fancy dressed women. Should we do something? Nah man, my feet hurt. We decided whatever happens to him was not our problem. Also because they was only speaking Japanese and the extent of our Japanese is konnichiwa. So that man can konnichiwa himself. When we tried to check in, the hotel couldn't find our rooms being booked and had issues with our passports, which may have stressed me out just a little bit, but eventually they was able to find it and we made it to our rooms. Now this is a tall building and our rooms were pretty high up, and I feel like the higher you go, the instances of crimes increase. As we was reaching our rooms, the number of sketchy individuals we saw was pretty considerable. Hey, I didn't know Team Rocket existed. Bro, shut up. We tried to not look anyone in the eyes and went to our rooms and unpacked. Now we had 2 full days in Osaka, so we wanted to make the most of it. So we had a list of things we wanted to do and, things we wanted to see, which included going to the Dotonbori River. And that was basically it. That was all we had on our list. This place looked so cool, we had to see it. And I swear, we was walking there, yeah? And every street we walked down, we were basically approached by people in suits that wanted to offer us something. Now I've played Pokemon and normally you get invited to a lab to pick your starter Pokemon. I don't think they give Charmanders out in back alleys. I mean, after we did, make it past all those offers, we made it eventually to Dotonbori. And this place was genuinely one of the most surreal places we'd ever seen. We walked down the famous river, took pictures, got some food, and then went to arguably the biggest arcade I had ever seen in my life. It had 20 floors. 20. Did you hear what I said? 20. That is more floors than every building in my hometown in England. And we spent literally hours in there. I think I had left with half of my fund left for Japan, completely gone, but it was worth it. And in there, we had this moment as a group where we all really felt we had a core memory. So they had like 8 of these racing simulators and we could all join the same race so we could race each other. So that's what we did. We all, sat down, we all paid and we all joined the same race. And in that moment when we was all racing, we were all just fully sucked into this world, and for me, it was one of the best memories of the trip. But as we finished in the arcade, we went back out into Osaka, headed out in the streets to head back to the hotel because it was like 11 p.m, maybe midnight, and we was going to see a lot of signs that we need to leave. After spending around 4 hours walking around experiencing all the cool spots of the center of Osaka, we headed back to our hotel. And on the way there, we saw a man walk out of like a high-rise building, and this man was completely suited up, hair slicked back, and he was brought out by like 5 women like dressed in like kimonos, and he was guided to a fully black SUV which had like 4 bodyguards. And in that moment he was walking to the car, we was like right next to them, and we kind of like slowed down. I caught eye contact with him and I genuinely thought, oh no, he's gonna tell me to get in and get to work. But thankfully he got in the car and left. Phew. We made it back to the hotel and to our rooms, and at this point we had basically spent 6 full days doing like 25,000 steps a day consistently. So safe to say our feet were shattered. And as my friend lifted the blanket of his bed to get in, we saw the worst sign that we needed to leave right now, because underneath the sheets was a huge stain of blood. I mean, it was huge and completely red. Was this you? Bro, I've been with you this entire time. Now looking back, we probably should have left, but we was too tired. It was midnight and you know, we just wanted to sleep. So we covered it and just went to sleep. We had one more day in Osaka, so we decided to just roll the dice and hope we don't get snatched from our bed. And thankfully we didn't, but I was legit sleeping with one eye open, ready just in case somebody broke in. Now Osaka, even though it felt incredibly sketchy and scary, it was genuinely such an amazing time and I definitely recommend it. But not more than Kyoto and Tokyo, because those places, oh my god, I have so much to tell you. Japan was so much fun. It was genuinely the best time of my life and I really want to go back. But I'm going to make separate videos for each Kyoto and Tokyo. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe and leave a comment too, and maybe leave a like. I released my first video and you guys found me literally out of nowhere. So I'm so excited about making more videos just about my life. But we're going to go with this Japan series for now. But anyways, I'll see you in the next Japan video.